जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद इस डिवाइन ग्रेस ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय।
जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज की
जय
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
जय
इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय
नाम आचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की
जय
प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की
जय
जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की
जय
वृंदावन धाम की जय।
जय
मधुर धाम की
जय
मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की
जय
जगन्नाथपुरी क्षेत्र की
जय
गंगा माई की
जय
यमुना माई की जय।
जय
तुलसी देवी की
जय
भक्ति देवी की
जय
संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की
जय
समवेत भक्त वृंद की
जय।
all glories to assembled devotees.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees.
हरे कृष्ण
All glories to assembled devotees.
हरे कृष्ण
All glories to Sri Sri Guru Gauranga ki.
हरे हरि बोल।
Hari Hari Bol. Jai. नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. So today we are going to read and discuss on this verse 36, second canto, 7th chapter. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
We'll start. I'll recite. कालेन मिलिताधियामवमृश्य नराणाम् स्तोकायुषं स्वनिगमो बत दुरपारः अभिकृतस्तु अनुयुगां सहि सच्चवत्याम् वेदद्रुमं विटपसो विभजिष्ययति स्म कालेन मिलिताधियाम् अवमृश्य नराणाम् स्तोकायुषं स्वनिगमो बत दुरपारः अविहृतस्तु अनुयुगं सहि सच्चवत्याम् वेदद्रुमं विटपसो विभजिष्यस्यति स्म कालेन मिलिताधियामवमृश्य नराणाम् स्तोकायुषं स्वनिगमो बत दूरपारः अविहृतस्तु अनुयुगां सहि सच्चवत्यायाम् वेदद्रुमं विटपसो विभजिष्यति स्म. हरे कृष्ण. प्लीज रिसाइट.
कालेन मीलितधियामवमृश्य नूर्णाम् स्तोकायुषां स्वनिगमो भटदूरपारः आविर्हितास्त्व अनुयुगं स हि सत्यवत्याम् वेदद्रुमं विट्टपसो विभजिष्यति स्म.
कालेन मिलिता धियम् अवमृश्य नृणाम् स्तोकायुषं स्वनिगमो भत दुर्गपारा आविष्टास्त्व अनुयुगं सहि सत्यवत्यम् वेदाद्रुमं वितपसो विभिजस्यति स्म. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Kale na milita dhiyam abhamishvaninam stokaya shumam sanigamo batadura paraha abhirihitasta anugajugam sahi satyabhaktiyayam Veda drumam bhitapaso bivijashyati sma. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Kalena militadhyama avamrishya nirnam stokayusham swanikamo patadura paraha avirhitastva anuyugam sahi satyavatyam vedadrumam vitapasho vivajisayati sma. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Kalena militadhiyam avamrishya nrinam stokayusham svanigamo patadura para avirhitastva anuyugam sahi satyavatyam vedadrumam vitapasho vibhajishyati sma.
Okay. Synonyms, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Synonyms, Kalena, in course of time. Milita Dhyam, of the less intelligent persons. Amamrushya, considering the difficulties. Naranam, of humanity at large. Stokayusham, of the short-living persons. Swanigamaha, the Vedic literatures compiled by him. Bhatha, exactly. Duraparaha, greatly difficult. Avirhitaha, having appeared as. Tu, but. Anuyugam, in terms of the age. Saha, he, the Lord. He, certainly. Satyavatyayam, in the womb of Satyavati. Vedadhrumam, the desired tree of the Vedas. Vitapasaha, by division of branches. Vibhajishyati, will divide, sma, as it were. Translation. The Lord himself in his incarnation as the son of Satyavati, Vyasadeva, will consider his compilation of the Vedic literature to be very difficult for the less intelligent persons with short life, and thus he will divide the tree of Vedic knowledge into different branches according to the circumstances of the particular age. Purport. Herein, Brahma mentions the future compilation of Srimad Bhagavatam for the short-lived persons of the Kali age. As explained in the first canto, the less intelligent persons of the age of Kali would be not only short-lived but also perplexed with so many problems of life due to awkward situation of the godless human society. Advancement of material comforts of the body is activity in the mode of ignorance, according to the laws of material nature. Real advancement of knowledge means progress of knowledge in self-realization. But in the age of Kali, the less intelligent men mistakenly consider the short lifetime of 100 years, now factually reduced to about 40 or 60 years, to be all in all. They are less intelligent because they have no information of the eternity of life. They identify with the temporary material body existing for 40 years and consider it the only basic principle of life. Such persons are described as equal to the asses and bulls. But the Lord, as the compassionate Father of all living beings, imparts unto them the vast Vedic knowledge in short treatises like the Bhagavad Gita, and for the graduates, the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Puranas and the Mahabharata are also similarly made by Vasudeva for the different types of men in the modes of material nature. but none of them are independent of the Vedic principles. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadanti. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यः एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Thank you all for joining today's class, for the morning class. Before speaking, I would like to take the blessings and permission from all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis attended here, who are present here. Please bless me so that I speak the words spoken by Guru Parampara in the right spirit. And I will beg for forgiveness if I make any mistake. So please bless me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity today. Hare Krishna. So today's verse, so hope, it's today's verse is going to talk about the incarnation of Vasudeva, Krishna's incarnation, Vasudeva. The translation, the Lord himself in his incarnation as the son of Satyavati, Vyasadeva, will consider his compilation of the Vedic literature to be very difficult for the less intelligent persons with short life, and thus he will divide the tree of Vedic knowledge into different branches according to the circumstances of the particular age. So Vasudeva, very merciful incarnation. Because of him, we are reading today Srimad Bhagavatam. So he's the one who gave all this literature to us. He's the one who did, we will discuss in detail what Vasudeva has done and how he appeared. And in purport, Srila Prabhupada starts with, herein Brahma mentions the future compilation of Srimad Bhagavatam for the short-lived persons of the Kali age. So this, now we are going through this chapter wherein Brahmadev is explaining about the scheduled incarnations and their different functions to the Narada Muni. So here this verse starts with Kalena Milita Dhyam. So this in course of time, Milita Dhyam, of the less intelligent persons. So in due course of time, for the less intelligent persons, especially this Kali Yuga, the people are less intelligent. We have this verse in first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Prayena Alpa Aishu. So people in this Kali Yuga are short-lived. Prayena Alpa Aishu. Sabya Kalo Jana Asmin Yuge Janaha. So this the people in this Kali Yuga are short-lived. So here Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport, in the age of Kali, less intelligent men mistakenly consider the short lifetime of 100 years, now factually reduced to about 40 or 60 years, to be all in all. So nowadays we are literally seeing the people, if anyone crosses 60, so I think they're celebrating nowadays. It's very difficult to cross 60 nowadays. So because of all of our different sedentary lifestyle and irregular habits, eating habits, and due to the over sense gratification of the people outside, the the age of people have now they are dying at the age of 50 or 60, and now when they reach 60 they are celebrating. So nowadays even the 50, sometimes now I am seeing, right, and some people they are dying, they don't have any symptoms of heart attack uh, previously, but they are suddenly dying at 40 also, especially with the people who are with sedentary lifestyle and irregular eating habits and all those things. So this so it, the lifespan is getting shortened day by day in this Kali Yuga. Um, so the human form of life is very rare, as we all know. But because instead of using it for the God sterilization, we are using and people are using it for sense gratification, more and more for sense gratification, and their lifespan is getting shortened day by day. And also prayena alpa issue. And what are the symptoms of people in Kali Yuga? That is one thing. Prayena alpa issue. Mandaha sumanda matayo manda bhagyaha ihi upadbritaha. So they are manda. They are lazy. Lazy, not in the sense of Srila Prabhupada says, not in the sense of material advancement, but they are lazy in the matter of self-realization. So they are averse to self-realization. So they are averse to God, Supreme Lord's topics. So that is why they are very lazy. They are not at all. This human form has to be utilized for atato Brahma Jignasa. It has to be utilized for the realization of Supreme Brahman. That is the aim of this human form. But it is completely misled nowadays, and people are only working for the body and bodily comforts, and completely, uh, I mean, ignoring this self-realization process. So that is another symptom of the people in Kali Yuga. And then Mandaha Sumanda Matayo. They are unfortunate. They are unlucky. So they are unlucky in the sense uh, they are unlucky because there are too much sense gratificatory uh, diversions available within the society. So maybe 50 years, 100 years back, these were not there. But nowadays, they are prominent, these sense gratificatory diversions like cinemas, sports, clubs, newspapers, casinos, whatnot. Nowadays, smartphones, television. So much of sense gratificatory diversions. So that's why they're unfortunate. By the time they wake up, they get into sense gratificatory things. They are completely diverted with all of these things. So that's why they are very unfortunate. Even for sometimes some people they naturally they try for self-realization, and they try to search for that why I am here, who is the supreme, and why I am suffering here. They get these kind of questions, and then they try to approach some spiritual lead. And what happens? They are unfortunate because there are Srila Prabhupada says there are unscrupulous men. They have manufactured their own religious paths, and even if they get attached to some religious path, again they are misled there. So they are misled to again to sense gratification, because there are different people. They have manufactured their own path, not based on Vedic literature, not based on revealed scriptures. It's based on their own mind. They are giving different religious paths, and they get attached to it. Again, they get into sense gratification. That is also another unfortunate thing. So like this, people are so unfortunate because of this sense gratificatory diversions, as well as this the people. There are people who are misleading them. And Mando Samanda Matayo Sumanda Matayo, and they are misguided. So like this, they are unfortunate and they are misguided by these unscrupulous persons, right? They are misleading them to sense gratification, the sense gratificatory process. And then Mandaha Sumanda Matayo Mandabhagyahi Upadritaha. So Sumanda Mataya is misguided, Mandabhagya is unfortunate, and then he Ubhadrataha. On top of that, they are completely disturbed by various things in this Kali Yuga. So this Kali Yuga is like that, this age of quarrel. Kali means quarrel, this age of quarrel and disagreement. There is a disagreement between the people. There is a disagreement between the families. There is a disagreement between the societies. There is a disagreement between the states. There is a disagreement between the nations. So there is a disagreement everywhere. This Kali Yuga, Kali itself is quarrel. So yeah, because of all these things, people are completely diverted, and they are completely away from this self-realization process. Now they are into godless civilization. So Srila Prabhupada says in purport. So, as explained in the first canto, the less intelligent persons of the age of Kali would be not only short-lived but also perplexed with so many problems of life due to the awkward situation of the godless human society. So nowadays, this society is a godless human society. So there is no direction of scriptures. So, let's say there is a war happening between. We are seeing some wars between Palestine, Israel, and Ukraine and Russia. So, because they are not based on the scriptures, it's not Dharma Yuddha. So, if it is a Dharma Yuddha, what happens? Now Israel is attacking Palestine. So, they are attacking everyone, even women, they are attacking children and old people. Even when Palestine attacks, they are attacking children, women, old people as well. But as per Dharma Shastra, so if war has to happen, it has to happen outside the vicinity of that kingdom. Let's say, for example, Kurukshetra war happened. It happened at a certain place. So there is no involvement of women or children or old people. So they don't attack them. As per Shastra, one should not attack women or children or old people. But that's what happens. They are not directed by Shastra. So in olden days, even war happens, it is outside the vicinity. So they don't, it won't, actually, they don't suffer the common people. But nowadays, it's not like that. They attack directly everyone. They want to kill everyone. So that is why these are not Dharma Yuddhas. They are not based on these scriptures. So, this Srila Prabhupada says, advancement of material comforts of the body is activity in the mode of ignorance, according to the laws of material nature. Real advancement of knowledge means progress of knowledge in self-realization. So, now we know advancement of material comforts of this body is activity in the mode of ignorance. So, whatever, it is a simple sutra, simple formula for all of us. So, if there is any advancement uh, of material comforts of the body, if there is any advancement, if we are seeing for the comfort of the body, that is in mode of ignorance. Simple fact. Let us say nowadays we have all these things, right? Air conditions, air conditioning houses, we have cars, we have smartphones, we have so many comfortable things in the life. But they are all for the material comfort. They are all for the comfort of the body. But however, anyway, for devotee, he use everything in Krishna service. But I'm talking about ordinary people, common man. They are all for the comfort of the body. That means it is in mode of ignorance. Let us say in olden days, Srila Prabhupada says in Mayapur, they were building grass hut. And Srila Prabhupada said, so this grass hut is in mode of goodness, because this grass hut is made up of mud, composed of mud. So if anything is composed of mud, it is in mode of goodness. It's not a concrete building like that we are living. It's not like stones or like that. So it's made up of mud. So what happens, this grass hut, it is cool in hot summer. It is very cool in hot summer. It has a thick roof on top of it. It is cool in very hot summer, and it is hot in winter. So it has its natural insulation. But in these concrete buildings, what happens in hot summer, we feel so much hot, and we have to have again air conditioning. For that, people have invented air conditions, ACs. So and in winter it becomes very cold again. So, but this grass hut, and on top of that, what happens in India, people used to spread the cow dung all over the house. So that is this cow dung. It gives a nice aroma to the house, and it's as soon as you enter into that kind of house, grass hut with smeared with cow dung. I recently I went to India, and I have entered that kind of grass hut smeared with cow dung. I immediately felt mode of goodness, right? We immediately come to Sattvic platform. We immediately come. And moreover, this cow dung is natural repellent. So yeah, right, it keeps flies away from the house. So even so many insects are away from the cow dung. So it's a natural repellent. So like this, this mode of goodness are being taken away from the people nowadays. And now we are staying in these concrete buildings and all those things. So they are all in mode of passion, mode of ignorance. And if you have a grass hut, and if you have a one cow, and if you live on the banks of a river, and you will feel as soon as you wake up, you will feel very sattvic. That is how people, even rishis, they used to live. And in India, even 100 years back, or 150 years back, people were living that kind of lifestyle. It's complete sattvic life. So it is very conducive to spiritual realization, spiritual process. You don't need to endeavor much, because by seeing the cow has sattvic qualities. By seeing the cow, by seeing that kind of houses and cow dung, and you'll always feel sattvic. So, but that kind of thing is not there. Nowadays, everything is every advancement is to create the comfort for the body. That is in mode of ignorance. That is what Srila Prabhupada is saying. And even in olden days, those people used to live like that. There is one interesting thing. So what happens, these anthropologists or historians, right? When they try to analyze the great civilizations, okay. And what happens in olden days, only kings used to have big palaces, not common man. Most of the common men, they used to live this kind of sattvic life. And only kings used to have these big palaces. And even in India, still in nowadays, we can observe this. There are mistris. Mistris means they are the bricklayers, masons. So they are called as Rajamistri. Rajamistri means, so in Telugu they are called as Mestri. So it's like Mistri. Actual word is Mistri. They are called as Rajamistri, means they are the bricklayers for the kings only. Only kings used to live in the big palaces, big houses. But because he has to rule the kingdom, so he needs some comfort. So that's why he used to live, but not for the common man, not for the common man. So that is why these anthropologists, historians, they don't find much of palaces or these kind of houses when they excavate the things. They think, okay, they say that, okay, there is no human being lived 3,000 years ago. There are no human beings lived 3,000 years ago, but that's not true. So people in the olden days, in ancient days, they were far intelligent than us. They were highly advanced in spiritual life. They lived and they led a sattvic life, and they have led their life for the self-realization. So, so that's what Srila Prabhupada says, this advancement of material comforts of the body is activity in the mode of ignorance. And but in the age of Kali, the less intelligent men mistakenly consider the short lifetime of 100 years, now factually reduced to about 40 or 60 years, to be all in all. So that is what we discussed. Nowadays, people started celebrating when they reach 50 or 60 because they need some some reason to celebrate also. They are celebrating if they cross 50 or 60. And they are less intelligent because they have no information of the eternity of life. They identify with the temporary material body existing for 40 years and consider it the only basic principle of life. Such persons are described as equal to the asses and bulls. So Srila Prabhupada says, Yasyatma Buddhi Kunape Tridhatuke, Srimad Bhagavatam says. So the people in nowadays, they identify only with the body. No mentioning of soul. They're not concentrated on the soul. What happens in my next life? What should I do now? They're not at all bothered. They are only identifying with the body. Yasyatma buddhi kunape tridadike. So the body, they are identifying only with the body composed of kapha, pitta, vata. So mucus, bile, and air. So these are the three things. This body is made up of these three things. They are identifying with this body and they're completely ignoring the soul. And Srimad Bhagavatam says they are no better than bulls or asses, gha karaha. So they are no better than bulls or asses. They treat their family, their wife as their own, and they treat bhumijha. They treat their land as a worshipable. Uh, so they their land as worshipable, and they treat these pilgrimage as the only merely a water. So they don't treat that as a pilgrimage place. They go they treat it like a water place, something like that. And they are not interested to learn from the learned man. So these are the symptoms. So they are simply they are considered as a gha karaha. So they are compared to cows and bulls. Bulls and asses. So next, but the Lord, as the compassionate Father of all living beings, imparts unto them the vast Vedic knowledge in short treatises like Bhagavad Gita, and for the graduates, Srimad Bhagavatam. So now we'll discuss about Veda Vyasa. So this Lord, out of compassion, he incarnates, and so because the people are like this, especially in Kali Yuga, out of compassion, he incarnates, and he gives this wonderful literature, scriptures to us. So Vasudeva, it is mentioned here, he sahi Satyavatyayam. So Vyasa, the literal meaning of Vyasa is, anyone wants to add the meaning of Vyasa? We have in India, we see Vyasa Rachana competitions. They held Vyasa Rachana competitions for kids. So any idea what does Vyasa mean?
Composition.
Yes, Mother. Yes. Yeah. Composition. This Vyasa means the arranger, compiler, or divider. So division. So there are two meanings: division and compilation. So this Veda Vyasa, that is why Vyasadev, he has got this name, and he's also known as Veda Vyasa, right? So Veda Vyasa means he arranged and he compiled all these Vedas, and he divided all these Vedas according to different subject matters. So that is why it's called Veda Vyasa. And Vasudev has also have different other names. Krishna Dvaipayana and Badarayana, Parasaratmaja. So yeah, Vasudev's father who is the Vasudev's father?
Parashar Muni.
Yes, yeah, Parasara Muni. So Parasara Muni was a great Muni. He was the writer of, he was the author of Vishnu Purana. He was a great Muni. And one day, Parasara Muni was crossing the Yamuna river. He saw Sachavati, Vasudev's mother. And immediately he thought that he should beget a son from her, because this Satchavati was a fisherman's daughter, sorry. She was ferrying the people across the river, but she was also known as Matsyagandha, smell like a fish. But even though she was a fisherman's daughter, but her actual birth was not like that. Srila Prabhupada says, ninth canto, her father's name was Uparichara Vasu. And through his semen, he impregnated Matsya one fish, Matsya, and but later raised by this fisherman. So she was not born to that fisherman, Satchavati, mother Satchavati. She was born to Uparichara Vasu. So in her previous life, she was in Pitruloka, and she was cursed, and she had to take birth in earthly planet. So her birth is not ordinary. And Parasara Muni, after seeing that by the arrangement of providence, he thought that he should beget a son from her. And so what happens? He convinces her, because he is a great Muni. She did not want to disobey him. But then Parasara Muni says, okay, even though I beget a son from you, I would keep your virgin. I will still keep I will still keep your maidenhood. So then what happens? He envelopes. He covers that island. The ferry goes to the island, and he covers the whole island with the thick fog, and he begets a son from her. It's a divine arrangement. It's not anything in this mundane calculations. It's a completely divine arrangement, by the arrangement of providence by the Supreme Lord. It happened. So that is why the Vyasadeva appeared in this the island. So that is why it's called Dvaipayana, Dvipa. So he appeared in the island. That is why he's called Dvaipayana. And he is also Krishna Dvaipayana because he has a dark complexion. So we see some pictures of Vasudeva with fair complexion. That's not right. He has a dark complexion, pure dark complexion. Krishna, his name Krishna Dvaipayana, and he is also called as Badarayana. Badarayana, because he stays in Badrika Ashrama. He is still there in Badrika Ashrama. And anyone has any idea in the recent times, maybe in the last maybe 500, 600 years back. So right, some people, one great Acharya visited Vasudev in Badrikasrama. Anyone has any idea? I think you must be knowing also. So he met Vasudev in Badrikasrama, great Acharya.
Madhvacharya.
Yes, yeah. Yes, Mataji, thank you. So Madhvacharya, he met Vasudev in Badrika Ashrama, and he explained the commentary of Bhagavad Gita to him, and he took his blessings. So Vasudeva is still living in that Badrika Ashrama, and that's why he's called Bhadarayana. And his Vedanta Sutra is also sometimes termed as Badarayana Sutras, Vasudev's. And he is called Parasaratmaja because he is the son of Parasara Muni. And so he is an incarnation of Krishna, powerful incarnation of Krishna. And because out of compassion, so we have discussed all these things, right? So in the Kali Yuga, people are Prayan, Alpaishu, Manda, Sumanda Matayo, Manda Bhagyahi, Upadrataha. So out of compassion for the people in general, so he he incarnated as Vasudev Krishna, and he divided all the Vedic literature. He compiled and he divided them into all the Vedas into 4 Vedas according to different subject matters. So there was only initially there was only one Veda. Uh, and in Srimad Bhagavatam, we read this in 9th canto. In Satya Yuga, it is very interesting. In Satya Yuga, Eka Eva Pura Vedaha. So there was only one Veda in Satya Yuga. There were not these many Vedas, Puranas, and all these things. There was only one Veda. And Pranavaha Sarva Vanmayaha. So the Pranava, the Omkara, was the root of all the Vedic mantras. So Pranava was the root of all Vedic mantras, and there was only one Veda in Satya Yuga. And Devo Narayana Anya. There was no other god except Narayana. So God means Supreme Lord means at that time only Supreme God is Narayana, Krishna. No other god. That was the consciousness of people in Satya Yuga. And Eko Agni Varna Evacha. There was no this Varnashrama system. There was only one Varna that was called Hamsa Varna. So there was no other Varna during the Satya Yuga. This Chatur Varnam, this was not there. So because there was only one Veda, there was only one, there was the mantra, Om mantra, it was containing all the Vanmaya, and there was only one Deva, Narayana, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, and there was only one Varna, Hamsa Varna. So this Vasudev, for the people by seeing the less intelligent persons in Kali Yuga, he divided these Vedas into 4 parts. According to different subject matters, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Dharvana Veda, different subject matters. And also he has written all these Ashtadasa Puranas, 18 Puranas. And on top of that, he has given Mahabharata. And then this Puranas, out of these Puranas, we have got this Srimad Bhagavatam. And also he has written Vedanta Sutra. So he has the Veda Vyasa has given all this Vedic literature to us. So being out of compassion, he has provided all these things to us. So Srila Prabhupada says in purport, imparts, but the Lord, as the compassionate Father of all living beings, imparts into them the vast Vedic knowledge in short treatises like Bhagavad Gita, and for the graduates, the Srimad Bhagavatams. The Puranas and Mahabharata are also similarly made by Vasudeva for the different types of men in the mood of material nature, but none of them are independent of the Vedic principles. So these Mahabharata, Puranas, so we should never consider them. They are not different from Shruti. Shruti, right? They are like kids. Shruti is like a mother. That Shruti is Auparisheya, so it is not any man-made. Vedas are not man-made. And even Mahabharata Puranas, right? In Chandogya Upanishad, it is Shruti itself. It is Upanishad. So it says in the 7.1.14, I think, it says, Itihasa Purana Panchamam Vedanam Vedam. So Itihasa Puranas, these histories, Itihasas, Mahabharata, Ramayana, and Puranas, all the 18 Puranas, they are also Panchama Veda. They are also Veda. So they are not different from the Vedic principles, because whatever mother says, kid says. So Sriti is like that, and Vedas are like that, and Puranas are like kids. And Srila Vasudev, especially this vast Vedic knowledge he has given in the short treatises like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita for the graduates and Srimad Bhagavatam for the postgraduates. So Bhagavad Gita has a whole philosophy given by Krishna to us. It has come from the lotus mouth of Krishna. It has all the philosophy. And it establishes who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who we should worship. So, who is the Parama Purusha? Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Who is the Param Brahma? What is the source of everything? So that Krishna establishes in Bhagavad Gita. It is spoken by Krishna himself. And Bhagavatam is it is about Krishna. It is about Krishna's pastimes. It is for the postgraduates. And this Bhagavatam is a very Amalam Purana. Akila Sruti Saram Ekam. This Bhagavatam is the scream of all the Vedic literatures. This is the Veda Itihasanam Saram Saram. This is the essence of all Vedas, Itihasas. So if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, that is enough. If you can understand Srimad Bhagavatam, that is enough. So, and there is a verse, we read it in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and it is from Garuda Purana. It says about Bhagavatam, Ardhoyam Brahma Sutranam. So the importance of Bhagavatam, Ardhoyam Brahma Sutranam. So this gives the meaning of Vedanta Sutra. So we don't need to read separately Vedanta Sutra. So Vedanta Sutra, we have second sutra, Janmadi Asya. So, and the Bhagavatam starts with the same sutra, Janmadi Asya Eto Anvayat. So this Veda, Ardhoyam Veda Sutranam, Brahma Sutranam, this Bhagavatam is the meaning of, this is a natural commentary of Vedanta Sutra. And Bharatartha Vinirnayaha. So the full purport of Mahabharata, to understand Mahabharata, we must read Bhagavatam. Otherwise, we are misled. If we read Mahabharata without knowing the Bhagavatam, because the Mahabharata mainly, so Vasudev, he discusses about Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Krishna is there, but it is not pure completely. So people get misled by reading Mahabharata. They get misled. They get discussed about politics and all those things. The actual thing is completely forgotten if you read Mahabharata, right? That moksha part. But to get the actual meaning of Mahabharata, we must read Bhagavatam. So whatever happened in Mahabharata, now actually we are discussing in Bhagavatam. So, but to get that actual meaning, purport of Mahabharata, we must read Bhagavatam. And this Bhagavatam is Gayatri Bhashya Rupa. So this talks about, this gives the commentary on Brahma Gayatri, Satyam Param Dhimahi, this Bhagavatam. And this Sakshat Bhagavadoditaha Dvadasa Skanda Yuktaha Sat Vichidda Samyutaha Ashtadasa Sahasraha. So this Bhagavatam, it is given by Bhagavatoditaha, by the Veda Vyasa himself. So that Krishna himself. So Krishna himself has given this Bhagavatam through Veda Vyas. And it has 18,000 verses, 12 skandhas, 12 cantos, and 355 chapters. So it is given in this Garuda Purana. The importance of Bhagavatam. So this is for the postgraduate. Srila Prabhupada says this is for the postgraduate. For Bhagavad Gita, for the graduate, Srila Prabhupada, postgraduate, that is for Chaitanya Charitamrita. Srila Prabhupada says treatises like the Bhagavad Gita, and for the graduate, the Srimad Bhagavatam. So by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we understand the Vedas, what is the purpose, and who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we discuss about him, and it purifies us. So the Srimad Bhagavatam, out of compassion, Veda Vyasa has given the Srimad Bhagavatam to us. And this Bhagavatam, the literal meaning of Bhagavatam is Bhagavat means Bhagavat means Bhagavan, Supreme Lord. Vat means possessing. And Bhagavata means there are two, book Bhagavata and devotee Bhagavata, right? So book Bhagavata, it possesses Krishna, and devotee Bhagavata, he possesses Krishna in his heart. They both are same. And Bhagavatam is also considered Srimad Bhagavatam. Sri means beautiful. So the Bhagavatam slokas are very, very beautiful. So no one, in the recent past, no one could write those kind of verses. Even, So we have all the bogus literature anyway in the mundane literature, but even it comes to the transcendental literature, no one could try even to meet the Bhagavatam. So the verses are very beautiful and very melodious. Even if you sing, it has a specific meter to sing. And then the last thing is Vasudeva for the different types of men in the modes of material nature. So he has given different kind of Puranas. So there are people in different natures to meet their he has presented for the different qualities of the people. He has presented different kinds of Puranas, right? 6 Puranas in Satvika, in mode of goodness, 6 in mode of passion, and 6 in mode of ignorance, right? So we must try to read the Puranas in mode of goodness. Especially anyway, Srila Prabhupada has given to us Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita. In the other Puranas, Svatvika Puranas are like Padma Purana and Vishnu Purana, Garuda Purana, Vamana Purana, and Narada Purana. So Vasudev has given different kinds of Puranas for the different kinds of people in different qualities. So he has done all these things out of compassion, for the people in general, for the common mass of people. So this Veda Vyasa incarnation is very, very compassion, and that's why as a spiritual master, we do spiritual master's birthday celebration as Vyasa Puja. So spiritual master is the representative of Veda Vyas. So and we celebrate his birthday as Vyasa Puja. So this Veda Vyasa, he's the spiritual master for all of us, and if we and whoever is giving these pravachanas, they are also considered the Vyasasana, right? We treat them, they're sitting on Vyasasana. So okay, so with this I will stop here. So please forgive me for any mistakes, and please let me know for any comments or reflections. Thank you. Thank you so much for hearing Hare Krishna. Sorry for any delay. I think I am over the time.
No, Prabhu, you were not over time. We usually go till this time. Thank you very much. That was lot of detail, lot of information there, but good to hear about Vyasadev. I was just thinking, it starts off by saying Brahma said this, and he's talking about the future, how Vyasadev will appear. It is just amazing how the whole composition has happened, the way Vyasadev has written.
Yes.
Vyasadev is writing that Brahma is saying that I will write this later on, essentially.
Yeah. Yes.
Just
Yes, ma'am.
as you were talking and you were referring to so many other sources for your information, I was just thinking how complex everything is, but how everything fits so well also. All the information is so accurate when, just every day my appreciation for our scriptures just grows. It's the amount of information but it is a shame that we have not paid attention to it.
Yes, Mataji. Yes. Everything is very well connected.
Yes.
Very, very well connected. Yeah. Even just wanted to share one thing. So even we have Karna in Mahabharata. So right, he is impious, and he was on the side of Duryodhana. But in his past life, this Karna was there was a demon called I think Vajra Kavacha or something, and he was killed by Naranarayana Rishi. And then that demon was the devotee of Surya Dev, and he went to Surya Dev and he asked for the shelter when he was about to die, and then Surya Dev gave him the shelter, And then next, when Kunti Devi prayed prayed to Surya Dev, he begot his son. He had to give someone because he has a demon with him. He has to give. So that he has given that son back to Kunti Devi, and he has two different things. He has a contradictory qualities. One is a Surya Dev. Surya Dev has blessed him with these qualities. And one side he is very pious, and another side is very impious. He has the demonic and divine qualities. So, so then some people they try to anyway they try to appreciate Karna, but pious qualities. But there is a thing actually in his previous life he was a demon and all these things. So there is all this literature in our everything is well connected. Only thing is we miss something and people try to misinterpret them. Yes, Mata. Thank you so much for that.
Beautiful, beautiful explanation you give. See, all these days I don't know this much. The stories about Vyasadeva and about Karnas also. Karnas, they used to say Dana Karna, he's a very good this thing, but I never heard this demon, this Suryadev. Of course, I know that Kunti Devi got from Suryadev. But other side, the demonic nature,
Yeah.
that I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yes,
They're
Mata.
beautiful things. And a lot of things we need to know
Yes, Mata.
about Vyasadeva also. Yeah.
Yeah.
That lifetime is not enough.
Yeah. Yes, Mata.
And then short life nowadays.
Yes.
People like me, they live.
Your life is good, Mata. You are at almost 80 years now.
Yeah. So we need to know a lot of things. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't know all this.
Yes, Mata.
Thank you very much for
Thank you, Mata.
It's a nice class.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Very,
Krishna,
very.
Mataji.
You
Yeah.
covered lot of nice points. Very, very nice class.
Yeah,
And
thank you so
really,
much, Mataji.
if anyone listens to your video, I think it will be very helpful because
Yeah.
now because the life is becoming more comfortable and it is taking our time from bhakti.
Yes.
We forget about bhakti actually, and this is a very important point you made. All this technology, television, all comforts, and like we go on vacation, then we have to make ourselves and others aware of that. We should have time for the spiritual, like, learning about the spiritual literature. So this will be really eye-opening.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, this comforts of the body, it's creating, it is taking the vitality, that energy of human beings. So we are working and we are earning money, but that's not because anyway, this is all manufactured by this Kali Yuga people. It's taking all of our energy, and we end up taking vacation. And again, you need a vacation from a vacation. After coming back from vacation, you are tired again. People go for vacation, they spend again, they come home tired, and they need a vacation from vacation. Things are like that. So people brains are becoming dull because of this modern civilization. And one devotee says there was a one labor class man, maybe in Detroit. He works in factory. His job is to pull the one machine, push, and he has to move other side, push like that. His whole life, the whole day he does the same thing, 8 hours, push. What happens? His brain becomes dull. See, imagine, right? He is doing that for 30 years, 40 years. What happens? And in the Detroit, in that wherever those factories are there, as soon as they come out, there are all wine shops, liquor shops, and prostitute houses. So because people, their minds become dull, and they have to indulge in sense gratification. So like that. So there is no this advancement of modern civilization is making people more and more dull, and it is entangling us in this material world. But when we follow Sattvic life, right, our Indian Vedic culture, maybe 100 years back, people were very Sattvic. But yeah, that's the nature of this Kali Yuga.
Yeah, then
that's what.
and yeah, if you give some time for sattvic thing, it will clear our mind.
Yeah.
And so it's a really thing to think about.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, really, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Very nice
Thank you,
class.
ma'am. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Nice class.
Hare
A lot of important information today.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you,
it.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We can end the class here.
Yeah, Mataji. Yeah.
Panchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhobhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.